ServSafe Manager exam practice questions.
Question 1. Which of the following is an example of a biological hazard? Option A, a bone in a fish fillet. Option B, bleach splashed in soup. Option C, norovirus on a cutting board. Option D, dirt on unwashed lettuce.
The correct answer is option C, norovirus on a cutting board. Viruses, bacteria, parasites, and fungi are considered biological hazards.
Question 2. What is the minimum water temperature required for the wash compartment of a 3-compartment sink? Option A, 90 degrees Fahrenheit 32 degrees Celsius. Option B, 100 degrees Fahrenheit 38 degrees Celsius. Option C, 110 degrees Fahrenheit 43 degrees Celsius. Option D, 120 degrees Fahrenheit 49 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C, 110 degrees Fahrenheit 43 degrees Celsius. The FDA Food Code requires the wash water to be at least 110 degrees Fahrenheit 43 degrees Celsius.
Question 3. What is the minimum internal cooking temperature for poultry? Option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius. Poultry must be cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius to prevent salmonella and other pathogens.
Question 4. When cooling food, what must be done if it has not reached 70 degrees Fahrenheit 21 degrees Celsius within the first 2 hours? Option A, place it in the freezer. Option B, throw it out or reheat it to 165 degrees Fahrenheit and try again. Option C, leave it in the cooler overnight. Option D, stir it vigorously.
The correct answer is option B, throw it out or reheat it to 165 degrees Fahrenheit and try again. If cooling limits aren't met, the food must be discarded or reheated to 165 degrees Fahrenheit before attempting to cool again.
Question 5. What is the minimum cooking temperature for eggs that will be hot held for service? Option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Eggs cooked for hot holding must reach 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius to destroy potential pathogens.
Question 6. How can a food handler prevent cross-contamination when prepping raw meat and vegetables? Option A, wash hands between tasks. Option B, use the same knife but wipe it down. Option C, prep them at the same time on the same table. Option D, use hand sanitizer between tasks.
The correct answer is option A, wash hands between tasks. Proper hand washing and using separate equipment/areas prevents cross-contamination.
Question 7. What is the only reliable way to ensure that meat has been cooked to the correct temperature? Option A, check the color of the juices. Option B, use a food thermometer. Option C, check the texture of the meat. Option D, follow a recipe's exact cooking time.
The correct answer is option B, use a food thermometer. Color and texture are not reliable indicators, a calibrated thermometer must be used.
Question 8. What is the danger zone for pathogen growth? Option A, 32 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Option B, 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Option C, 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Option D, 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 125 degrees Fahrenheit.
The correct answer is option B, 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature danger zone is 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius to 57 degrees Celsius, where bacteria grow most rapidly.
Question 9. What is the total maximum time allowed for cooling TCS food from 135 degrees Fahrenheit to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius? Option A, 2 hours. Option B, 4 hours. Option C, 6 hours. Option D, 8 hours.
The correct answer is option C, 6 hours. Total cooling time cannot exceed 6 hours, 2 hours to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, plus 4 more hours to 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
Question 10. What is the best way to prevent the spread of hepatitis A? Option A, cooking food to 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius. Option B, proper hand washing. Option C, wearing a hair restraint. Option D, using hand sanitizer.
The correct answer is option B, proper hand washing. Hepatitis A is primarily spread via the fecal-oral route. Proper hand washing is the most effective prevention.
Question 11. What is coving? Option A, a method of storing dry goods. Option B, a curved, sealed edge between a floor and a wall. Option C, a type of ventilation hood. Option D, an insect extermination technique.
The correct answer is option B, a curved, sealed edge between a floor and a wall. Coving eliminates sharp corners or gaps, making floors easier to clean and hiding places for pests smaller.
Question 12. What should be done with a food item that has been recalled? Option A, cook it to a higher temperature. Option B, serve it quickly before it spoils. Option C, throw it in the dumpster immediately. Option D, store it separately and label it, do not use.
The correct answer is option D, store it separately and label it do not use. Recalled food must be secured and isolated from other food, with clear labeling not to use or discard.
Question 13. What is the most effective way to prevent backflow? Option A, vacuum breaker. Option B, air gap. Option C, check valve. Option D, cross connection.
The correct answer is option B, air gap. An air gap is the safest and most reliable way to prevent backflow.
Question 14. Which pathogen is commonly associated with improperly canned food? Option A, Clostridium botulinum. Option B, Campylobacter jejuni. Option C, Listeria monocytogenes. Option D, Vibrio vulnificus.
The correct answer is option A, Clostridium botulinum. Botulism is caused by Clostridium botulinum, which thrives in anaerobic environments like cans.
Question 15. What is the recommended concentration range for a chlorine sanitizing solution? Option A, 12.5 to 25 ppm. Option B, 50 to 99 ppm. Option C, 150 to 200 ppm. Option D, 200 to 400 ppm.
The correct answer is option B, 50 to 99 ppm. Chlorine sanitizers are effective and safe for food contact surfaces at 50 to 99 ppm.
Question 16. What is the minimum internal cooking temperature for a pork roast? Option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Roasts of pork, beef, veal, and lamb must be cooked to 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius for 4 minutes.
Question 17. What must be included on the label of food packaged on-site for retail sale? Option A, list of ingredients in descending order by weight. Option B, chef's name. Option C, prep date. Option D, holding temperature.
The correct answer is option A, list of ingredients in descending order by weight. Retail foods packaged on-site require detailed labels, including ingredients listed by weight.
Question 18. What is the maximum acceptable receiving temperature for fresh beef? Option A, 32 degrees Fahrenheit 0 degrees Celsius. Option B, 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius. Option C, 45 degrees Fahrenheit 7 degrees Celsius. Option D, 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option B, 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius. Cold TCS foods, including fresh meats, must be received at 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius or lower.
Question 19. What is the proper way to dry hands after washing them? Option A, wipe them on a clean apron. Option B, use a single-use paper towel. Option C, shake them vigorously. Option D, use a reusable cloth towel.
The correct answer is option B. Use a single-use paper towel. Single-use paper towels or warm air hand dryers prevent recontaminating washed hands.
Question 20. Which group is considered a highly susceptible population? Option A, teenagers. Option B, pregnant women. Option C, nursing home residents. Option D, restaurant workers.
The correct answer is option C, nursing home residents. The elderly have weaker immune systems, making them highly susceptible to foodborne illnesses.
Question 21. Why must garbage containers be leak-proof, waterproof, and pest-proof? Option A, to look aesthetically pleasing. Option B, to prevent odors and pest attraction. Option C, to make them easier to empty. Option D, to comply with OSHA regulations.
The correct answer is option B, to prevent odors and pest attraction. Proper garbage containers keep pests away and prevent biological hazards from spreading.
Question 22. What is the minimum temperature for water used to manually sanitize dishes? Option A, 150 degrees Fahrenheit 66 degrees Celsius. Option B, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius. Option C, 171 degrees Fahrenheit 77 degrees Celsius. Option D, 180 degrees Fahrenheit 82 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C, 171 degrees Fahrenheit 77 degrees Celsius. If using hot water instead of chemicals to sanitize in a 3-compartment sink, the water must be 171 degrees Fahrenheit 77 degrees Celsius.
Question 23. Which food is considered a major food allergen by the FDA? Option A, tomatoes. Option B, soybeans. Option C, chicken. Option D, apples.
The correct answer is option B, soybeans. Soy is one of the big 9 major food allergens identified by the FDA.
Question 24. When must a food establishment use a variance from the local regulatory authority? Option A, curing food as a method of preservation. Option B, using a microwave to thaw food. Option C, serving burgers cooked to 155 degrees Fahrenheit. Option D, reheating chili to 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
The correct answer is option A, curing food as a method of preservation. Special processes like curing, smoking for preservation, or ROP packaging require a variance.
Question 25. What is the primary risk associated with storing raw meat above ready-to-eat food? Option A, loss of flavor. Option B, cross-contamination. Option C, temperature abuse. Option D, freezer burn.
The correct answer is option B, cross-contamination. Juices from raw meat can drip onto and contaminate ready-to-eat foods.
Question 26. Which of the following is considered a time/temperature control for safety, TCS, food? Option A, sliced apples. Option B, baked potatoes. Option C, dry rice. Option D, uncut watermelon.
The correct answer is option B, baked potatoes. Heat-treated plant foods like baked potatoes are considered TCS foods.
Question 27. What document must be kept on site for chemicals used in the operation? Option A, Standard Operating Procedures, SOP. Option B, Safety Data Sheets, SDS. Option C, FDA Food Code. Option D, Chemical Inventory Log.
The correct answer is option B, Safety Data Sheets, SDS. OSHA requires Safety Data Sheets, SDS, to be accessible for all hazardous chemicals.
Question 28. Which type of thermometer is best for measuring the temperature of thin foods like hamburger patties? Option A, bimetallic stem thermometer. Option B, thermocouple with a penetration probe. Option C, infrared thermometer. Option D, glass thermometer.
The correct answer is option B, thermocouple with a penetration probe. Penetration probes on thermocouples or thermistors are ideal for thin foods because the sensor is at the tip.
Question 29. What is the primary purpose of a food safety management system? Option A, to track employee hours. Option B, to prevent foodborne illness. Option C, to monitor food costs. Option D, to manage vendor deliveries.
The correct answer is option B, to prevent foodborne illness. A food safety management system incorporates procedures and practices to prevent foodborne illnesses.
Question 30. What should you do if a customer vomits in the dining area? Option A, wipe it up with a towel and wash the towel. Option B, follow the operations written cleanup procedures. Option C, pour bleach on it and leave it for 10 minutes. Option D, close the restaurant immediately.
The correct answer is option B, follow the operations written cleanup procedures. Operations must have specific, written procedures for cleaning up vomit and diarrhea, due to norovirus risk.
Question 31. A food handler pulls a hotel pan of tuna salad from the cooler. What is the maximum time it can be held without temperature control? Option A, 2 hours. Option B, 4 hours. Option C, 6 hours. Option D, 8 hours.
The correct answer is option C, 6 hours. Cold food can be held up to 6 hours without temperature control if it doesn't exceed 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Question 32. What is a critical control point, CCP? Option A, a step where hazards can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to safe levels. Option B, the point where food is delivered. Option C, the moment a customer consumes the food. Option D, a checklist for cleaning.
The correct answer is option A, a step where hazards can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to safe levels. A CCP is a specific point in the flow of food where a hazard can be effectively controlled.
Question 33. At what temperature should hot TCS food be held? Option A, 120 degrees Fahrenheit 49 degrees Celsius or higher. Option B, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius or higher. Option C, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius or higher. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius or higher.
The correct answer is option B, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius or higher. Hot TCS foods must be held at 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius or higher to prevent pathogen growth.
Question 34. If a food handler has a wound on their finger, what must they do before handling food? Option A, cover the wound with a bandage and wear a single-use glove. Option B, apply antiseptic and work carefully. Option C, cover the wound with a bandage only. Option D, they must be excluded from the operation.
The correct answer is option A, cover the wound with a bandage and wear a single-use glove. An impermeable cover, bandage, plus a single-use glove prevents contamination from infected wounds.
Question 35. What does the acronym FATTOM stand for? Option A, food, acidity, time, temperature, oxygen, moisture. Option B, frequency, acidity, taste, time, oxygen, moisture. Option C, food, alkalinity, time, temperature, organisms, moisture. Option D, food, air, time, temperature, oxygen, meat.
The correct answer is option A, food, acidity, time, temperature, oxygen, moisture. FATTOM represents the conditions required for foodborne bacteria to grow.
Question 36. What must a manager do if a food establishment experiences a backup of raw sewage? Option A, close the affected area and clean it later. Option B, mop up the sewage and continue working. Option C, close the operation and notify the regulatory authority. Option D, use heavy chemicals to mask the smell.
The correct answer is option C, close the operation and notify the regulatory authority. Sewage is a significant biological hazard. The operation must close and the health department must be notified.
Question 37. At what temperature should milk be received? Option A, 32 degrees Fahrenheit 0 degrees Celsius or lower. Option B, 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius or lower. Option C, 45 degrees Fahrenheit 7 degrees Celsius or lower. Option D, 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius or lower.
The correct answer is option C, 45 degrees Fahrenheit 7 degrees Celsius or lower. Milk can be received at 45 degrees Fahrenheit 7 degrees Celsius but must be cooled to 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius within 4 hours.
Question 38. Which food item requires a consumer advisory if served raw or undercooked? Option A, French fries. Option B, chicken tenders. Option C, oysters on the half shell. Option D, steamed broccoli.
The correct answer is option C, oysters on the half shell. Serving raw or undercooked animal products, like oysters, requires a consumer advisory.
Question 39. What is the first step in developing a HACCP plan? Option A, determine critical control points. Option B, establish critical limits. Option C, conduct a hazard analysis. Option D, establish monitoring procedures.
The correct answer is option C, conduct a hazard analysis. Conducting a hazard analysis is principle 1 of the HACCP system.
Question 40. What is the maximum amount of time that ready-to-eat TCS food can be stored at 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius or lower? Option A, 3 days. Option B, 5 days. Option C, 7 days. Option D, 10 days.
The correct answer is option C, 7 days. Ready-to-eat TCS food prepared on-site can be stored for up to 7 days.
Question 41. What is the minimum cooking temperature for mechanically tenderized meat? Option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Like ground meat, tenderized or injected meat must be cooked to 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius to kill pathogens.
Question 42. A food handler has a sore throat and a fever. When must they be excluded from the operation? Option A, always. Option B, if they serve a highly susceptible population. Option C, only if they have vomiting too. Option D, only if the fever exceeds 101 degrees Fahrenheit.
The correct answer is option B, if they serve a highly susceptible population. They can be restricted in normal operations, but must be excluded if serving a highly susceptible population.
Question 43. What is the minimum internal cooking temperature for whole seafood? Option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Fish and shellfish must be cooked to a minimum internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds.
Question 44. How long must you keep shell stock identification tags on file? Option A, 30 days after receiving. Option B, 90 days after receiving. Option C, 30 days after the last shell is sold. Option D, 90 days after the last shell is sold.
The correct answer is option D, 90 days after the last shell is sold. Tags must be kept for 90 days from the date the last shellfish was used from its delivery container.
Question 45. Which food item is primarily associated with Salmonella typhi? Option A, ready-to-eat foods and beverages. Option B, undercooked ground beef. Option C, raw poultry. Option D, unpasteurized milk.
The correct answer is option A, ready-to-eat foods and beverages. Salmonella typhi is linked exclusively to humans and often transmitted through ready-to-eat foods and beverages.
Question 46. Which bacteria is often spread by flies? Option A, Shigella spp. Option B, E. coli. Option C, Listeria monocytogenes. Option D, Campylobacter jejuni.
The correct answer is option A, Shigella spp. Flies can easily transfer Shigella from contaminated feces to food and food contact surfaces.
Question 47. A shipment of fresh fish arrives with dull, sunken eyes and soft flesh. What should the manager do? Option A, accept it but cook it immediately. Option B, reject the shipment. Option C, put it in the freezer. Option D, wash it in a mild bleach solution.
The correct answer is option B. Reject the shipment. Fresh fish should have bright, clear eyes and firm flesh. Dull eyes and soft flesh are signs of spoilage.
Question 48. What is the only jewelry permitted to be worn by a food handler? Option A, a medical alert bracelet. Option B, a watch. Option C, a plain band ring. Option D, small earrings.
The correct answer is option C. A plain band ring. A plain band ring is the only jewelry allowed, as it is less likely to harbor pathogens or tear gloves.
Question 49. What is the correct storage order in a cooler from top to bottom? Option A, root food, seafood, beef, ground meat, poultry. Option B, poultry, ground meat, beef, seafood, root food. Option C, seafood, root food, poultry, ground meat, beef. Option D, root food, ground meat, beef, seafood, poultry.
The correct answer is option A. Root food, seafood, beef, ground meat, poultry. Foods are stored by minimum internal cooking temperature, with highest temps at the bottom.
Question 50. What must a manager do when a food handler reports being diagnosed with Shigella SPP? Option A, send them home and notify the regulatory authority. Option B, restrict them from working with exposed food. Option C, give them a warning. Option D, have them wear double gloves.
The correct answer is option A. Send them home and notify the regulatory authority. Shigella is one of the big 6 pathogens. The handler must be excluded and the health department notified.
Question 51. When receiving a delivery of eggs, what is the maximum acceptable air temperature of the delivery vehicle? Option A, 32 degrees Fahrenheit 0 degrees Celsius. Option B, 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius. Option C, 45 degrees Fahrenheit 7 degrees Celsius. Option D, 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C. 45 degrees Fahrenheit 7 degrees Celsius. Shell eggs must be received in refrigerated equipment with an air temperature of 45 degrees Fahrenheit 7 degrees Celsius or lower.
Question 52. What must be done to a thermometer before and after each use? Option A, wiped with a cloth. Option B, washed, rinsed, and sanitized. Option C, calibrated. Option D, placed in boiling water.
The correct answer is option B. Washed, rinsed, and sanitized. To prevent cross-contamination, thermometers must be washed, rinsed, sanitized, and air-dried.
Question 53. What does the O in Fat Tom stand for? Option A, organisms. Option B, oxygen. Option C, odors. Option D, operation.
The correct answer is option B. Oxygen. Oxygen is required by most, but not all, foodborne pathogens to grow.
Question 54. Where should raw poultry be stored in a refrigerator? Option A, on the top shelf. Option B, above raw ground beef. Option C, below raw ground beef. Option D, next to ready-to-eat foods.
The correct answer is option C. Below raw ground beef. Poultry has the highest cooking temperature and must be stored on the bottom shelf to prevent cross-contamination.
Question 55. How long should the handwashing process take from start to finish? Option A, 10 seconds. Option B, 15 seconds. Option C, 20 seconds. Option D, 30 seconds.
The correct answer is option C. 20 seconds. The entire handwashing process should take at least 20 seconds, with 10 to 15 seconds of vigorous scrubbing.
Question 56. Which pest leaves droppings that look like grains of black pepper? Option A, cockroaches. Option B, mice. Option C, flies. Option D, ants.
The correct answer is option A. Cockroaches. Cockroach feces resemble black pepper, and their presence indicates an infestation.
Question 57. What is the maximum distance a sneeze guard can be located above a salad bar counter? Option A, 10 inches, 25 centimeters. Option B, 14 inches, 35 centimeters. Option C, 18 inches, 46 centimeters. Option D, 24 inches, 61 centimeters.
The correct answer is option B, 14 inches, 35 centimeters. Sneeze guards must be located 14 inches above the counter and extend 7 inches beyond the food.
Question 58. Which action represents a cross-connection? Option A, using a hose to wash a floor. Option B, a hose attached to a mop sink faucet submerged in a bucket. Option C, storing cleaning chemicals near food. Option D, using a cutting board for raw and cooked meat.
The correct answer is option B, a hose attached to a mop sink faucet submerged in a bucket. A physical link between safe water and dirty water, like a submerged hose, is a cross-connection.
Question 59. What is the maximum time a food handler can work without changing gloves if doing the same task? Option A, 1 hour. Option B, 2 hours. Option C, 4 hours. Option D, 6 hours.
The correct answer is option C, 4 hours. Gloves must be changed after 4 hours of continuous use because pathogens can multiply to dangerous levels.
Question 60. What is the correct order of steps in a 3-compartment sink? Option A, wash, sanitize, rinse, air dry. Option B, rinse, wash, sanitize, air dry. Option C, wash, rinse, sanitize, air dry. Option D, sanitize, wash, rinse, air dry.
The correct answer is option C, wash, rinse, sanitize, air dry. Items must be cleaned, rinsed of detergent, sanitized, and then allowed to air dry completely.
Question 61. Which of the following describes cross-contact? Option A, bacteria transferring from raw chicken to lettuce. Option B, peanut butter spreading onto a knife used for a jelly sandwich. Option C, dirt falling into a soup pot. Option D, cleaning chemicals mixing with food.
The correct answer is option B, peanut butter spreading onto a knife used for a jelly sandwich. Cross-contact refers specifically to allergens transferring from one food or surface to another.
Question 62. If a food establishment uses a private well, how often must the water be tested? Option A, monthly. Option B, every 6 months. Option C, at least once a year. Option D, only when it smells bad.
The correct answer is option C, at least once a year. Non-public water systems must be tested at least annually to ensure the water is safe for food service.
Question 63. What must be verified when receiving a delivery of live oysters? Option A, they have a USDA grade stamp. Option B, they are in a sealed vacuum package. Option C, the shell stock identification tags are attached. Option D, they are completely frozen.
The correct answer is option C, the shell stock identification tags are attached. Live shellfish must be received with correct shell stock identification tags.
Question 64. What is the required minimum temperature for a high-temperature dishwashing machine's final sanitizing rinse? Option A, 150 degrees Fahrenheit 66 degrees Celsius. Option B, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius. Option C, 180 degrees Fahrenheit 82 degrees Celsius. Option D, 212 degrees Fahrenheit 100 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C, 180 degrees Fahrenheit 82 degrees Celsius. The final sanitizing rinse in a high-temperature dishwashing machine must reach 180 degrees Fahrenheit 82 degrees Celsius.
Question 65. What minimum internal temperature must commercially processed, fully cooked food reach when reheated for hot holding? Option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Commercially processed ready-to-eat foods need only be reheated to 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius.
Question 66. What pathogen is most commonly linked to cooked rice? Option A, Bacillus cereus. Option B, Staphylococcus aureus. Option C, E. coli. Option D, Salmonella.
The correct answer is option A, Bacillus cereus. Bacillus cereus spores can survive cooking and produce toxins if cooked rice is improperly cooled or held.
Question 67. Which practice reduces the risk of a severe allergic reaction? Option A, washing hands before eating. Option B, cross-contact prevention. Option C, using hand sanitizer. Option D, wearing a hairnet.
The correct answer is option B, cross-contact prevention. Cross-contact prevention ensures allergen-free foods do not come into contact with allergen proteins.
Question 68. How long do you have to cool TCS food from 135 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 degrees Celsius to 21 degrees Celsius? Option A, 1 hour. Option B, 2 hours. Option C, 4 hours. Option D, 6 hours.
The correct answer is option B, 2 hours. The first stage of cooling must drop the food's temperature to 70 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours.
Question 69. What is an unacceptable material for a cutting board? Option A, hardwood. Option B, polyethylene. Option C, softwood, like pine. Option D, tempered glass.
The correct answer is option C, softwood, like pine. Softwoods are absorbent and difficult to clean, making them unacceptable for food contact.
Question 70. Which item must be washed, rinsed, and sanitized? Option A, dining room floors. Option B, garbage containers. Option C, cutting boards. Option D, restroom walls.
The correct answer is option C, cutting boards. Any surface that comes into direct contact with food must be washed, rinsed, and sanitized.
Question 71. Which symptom requires a food handler to be excluded from the operation? Option A, sore throat. Option B, jaundice. Option C, coughing. Option D, headache.
The correct answer is option B, jaundice. Jaundice indicates a potential hepatitis A infection and requires immediate exclusion and reporting.
Question 72. What is the first step in cooling a large pot of hot soup? Option A, place the pot in the walk-in freezer. Option B, transfer it to a shallow pan. Option C, add ice directly to the soup. Option D, leave it on the counter for 1 hour.
The correct answer is option B, transfer it to a shallow pan. Dividing food into smaller or shallow containers helps it cool down faster.
Question 73. Which agency regulates meat, poultry, and eggs? Option A, FDA. Option B, CDC. Option C, USDA. Option D, EPA.
The correct answer is option C, USDA. The United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, is responsible for inspecting meat, poultry, and eggs.
Question 74. Which of these is a physical hazard? Option A, pesticide residue. Option B, a piece of broken glass. Option C, salmonella bacteria. Option D, mold on bread.
The correct answer is option B, a piece of broken glass. Physical hazards are foreign objects like glass, metal shavings, or bones.
Question 75. Which pathogen is commonly associated with unpasteurized milk and soft cheeses? Option A, Listeria monocytogenes. Option B, hepatitis A. Option C, Vibrio vulnificus. Option D, Anisaki simplex.
The correct answer is option A, Listeria monocytogenes. Listeria is strongly linked to unpasteurized dairy products and ready-to-eat meats.
Question 76. What is the minimum lighting intensity requirement for a food prep area? Option A, 10-foot candles, 108 lux. Option B, 20-foot candles, 215 lux. Option C, 50-foot candles, 540 lux. Option D, 100-foot candles, 1080 lux.
The correct answer is option C, 50-foot candles, 540 lux. Prep areas require the brightest lighting, 50-foot candles, to ensure safety and cleanliness.
Question 77. What must be done to fresh produce before serving it raw? Option A, soak it in sanitizer. Option B, wash it under running water. Option C, blanch it in boiling water. Option D, store it at 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
The correct answer is option B, wash it under running water. Produce must be washed thoroughly under running water to remove dirt and some pathogens.
Question 78. What must a handwashing station be supplied with? Option A, hot and cold water, soap, a drying method, and a trash bin. Option B, warm water and cloth towels. Option C, cold water and hand sanitizer. Option D, water, soap, and gloves.
The correct answer is option A, hot and cold water, soap, a drying method, and a trash bin. A proper handwashing station must have running hot/cold water, soap, single-use towels/dryer, and a bin.
Question 79. Which of the following practices is prohibited in food prep areas? Option A, drinking from a closed beverage container with a straw. Option B, wearing a hairnet. Option C, chewing gum. Option D, wearing an apron.
The correct answer is option C, chewing gum. Eating, drinking, smoking, and chewing gum or tobacco are prohibited in food prep areas.
Question 80. What is the minimum distance food must be stored off the floor? Option A, 2 inches, 5 centimeters. Option B, 4 inches, 10 centimeters. Option C, 6 inches, 15 centimeters. Option D, 8 inches, 20 centimeters.
The correct answer is option C, 6 inches, 15 centimeters. Food and supplies must be stored at least 6 inches, 15 centimeters, off the floor to allow for cleaning.
Question 81. Which symptom is most commonly associated with an allergic reaction? Option A, fever. Option B, jaundice. Option C, hives. Option D, chills.
The correct answer is option C, hives. Hives, swelling, and difficulty breathing are classic signs of an allergic reaction.
Question 82. When holding cold food without temperature control, it can be kept for up to 6 hours as long as it does not exceed what temperature? Option A, 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius. Option B, 60 degrees Fahrenheit 16 degrees Celsius. Option C, 70 degrees Fahrenheit 21 degrees Celsius. Option D, 80 degrees Fahrenheit 27 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C, 70 degrees Fahrenheit 21 degrees Celsius. If cold food exceeds 70 degrees Fahrenheit 21 degrees Celsius during the 6-hour window, it must be discarded immediately.
Question 83. Which organization issues the food code? Option A, USDA. Option B, CDC. Option C, FDA. Option D, OSHA.
The correct answer is option C, FDA. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, issues the food code as a model for state and local agencies.
Question 84. When should hand sanitizer be used? Option A, instead of washing hands. Option B, before washing hands. Option C, after washing hands. Option D, whenever hands look clean.
The correct answer is option C, after washing hands. Hand antiseptics must only be used after proper hand washing, never as a replacement.
Question 85. At what temperature should dry storage rooms be kept? Option A, 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius. Option B, 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius to 21 degrees Celsius. Option C, 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. Option D, any temperature as long as it is dry.
The correct answer is option B, 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius to 21 degrees Celsius. Dry storage areas should be maintained between 50 degrees Fahrenheit and 70 degrees Fahrenheit to maintain food quality.
Question 86. What is the purpose of an air gap? Option A, to improve ventilation in the kitchen. Option B, to prevent backflow of contaminated water. Option C, to regulate humidity in dry storage. Option D, to filter exhaust from cooking equipment.
The correct answer is option B, to prevent backflow of contaminated water. An air gap is the only completely reliable method to prevent backflow and cross connections.
Question 87. A catering company delivers hot food. What must the food temperature be upon arrival? Option A, 120 degrees Fahrenheit 49 degrees Celsius. Option B, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius or higher. Option C, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius or higher. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius or higher.
The correct answer is option B, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius or higher. Hot food must be maintained at 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius or higher during transport and upon delivery.
Question 88. What must food handlers do after touching their hair, face, or body? Option A, wipe their hands on a towel. Option B, use a hand sanitizer. Option C, wash their hands. Option D, change their gloves.
The correct answer is option C, wash their hands. Touching the body can spread pathogens. Hands must be properly washed in a designated sink.
Question 89. What should a server do when a customer asks if a dish contains a specific allergen? Option A, say they aren't sure but it should be fine. Option B, check the recipe and ingredient labels. Option C, assume it doesn't unless listed on the menu. Option D, tell them allergens are cooked out.
The correct answer is option B, check the recipe and ingredient labels. Staff must accurately inform customers about ingredients to prevent allergic reactions.
Question 90. How often must you clean and sanitize equipment that is in constant use? Option A, every 2 hours. Option B, every 4 hours. Option C, every 6 hours. Option D, once a day.
The correct answer is option B, every 4 hours. Food contact surfaces in constant use must be cleaned and sanitized at least every 4 hours.
Question 91. Which is a sign of a mouse infestation? Option A, a strong oily odor. Option B, nests made of paper and scraps. Option C, droppings that look like black pepper. Option D, sawdust piles.
The correct answer is option B, nests made of paper and scraps. Mice use soft materials like paper, cloth, and hair to build nests.
Question 92. Which pathogen is a virus that is highly contagious and spreads through airborne vomit particles? Option A, Shigella spp. Option B, norovirus. Option C, E. coli. Option D, Listeria monocytogenes.
The correct answer is option B, norovirus. Norovirus is highly contagious and easily transmitted through vomit, feces, and contaminated surfaces.
Question 93. A food handler is prepping a seafood salad on April 1st. What should the discard date be on the label? Option A, April 5th. Option B, April 7th. Option C, April 8th. Option D, April 10th.
The correct answer is option B, April 7th. TCS food can be held for 7 days. April 1st counts as day 1, making April 7th the discard date.
Question 94. Which is a safe method for thawing frozen turkey? Option A, leaving it on the prep counter overnight. Option B, thawing it in a sink of standing warm water. Option C, submerging it under running water at 70 degrees Fahrenheit 21 degrees Celsius or lower. Option D, placing it near a hot oven.
The correct answer is option C, submerging it under running water at 70 degrees Fahrenheit 21 degrees Celsius or lower. Safe thawing methods include refrigeration, during cooking, in a microwave, or under running cool water.
Question 95. What is the minimum internal cooking temperature for ground beef? Option A, 135 degrees Fahrenheit 57 degrees Celsius. Option B, 145 degrees Fahrenheit 63 degrees Celsius. Option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Option D, 165 degrees Fahrenheit 74 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option C, 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius. Ground meats, except poultry, must reach 155 degrees Fahrenheit 68 degrees Celsius for 17 seconds.
Question 96. Which activity requires a food handler to wear single-use gloves? Option A, washing produce. Option B, handling ready-to-eat foods. Option C, taking out the garbage. Option D, sweeping the floor.
The correct answer is option B, handling ready-to-eat foods. Gloves or other barriers must be used to prevent bare hand contact with ready-to-eat foods.
Question 97. What should be the primary focus of an active managerial control program? Option A, passing health inspections. Option B, preventing foodborne illness risk factors. Option C, reducing labor costs. Option D, improving food quality.
The correct answer is option B, preventing foodborne illness risk factors. Active managerial control is a proactive approach to addressing the FDA's top foodborne illness risk factors.
Question 98. How should a thermometer be calibrated using the ice point method? Option A, adjust to 0 degrees Fahrenheit minus 18 degrees Celsius. Option B, adjust to 32 degrees Fahrenheit 0 degrees Celsius. Option C, adjust to 41 degrees Fahrenheit 5 degrees Celsius. Option D, adjust to 212 degrees Fahrenheit 100 degrees Celsius.
The correct answer is option B, adjust to 32 degrees Fahrenheit 0 degrees Celsius. The ice point method involves submerging the thermometer in ice water and adjusting it to 32 degrees Fahrenheit 0 degrees Celsius.
Question 99. What type of sink is required for disposing of dirty mop water? Option A, handwashing sink. Option B, prep sink. Option C, 3-compartment sink. Option D, service sink.
The correct answer is option D, service sink. Dirty water must only be disposed of in a designated service sink, mop sink, to prevent contamination.
Question 100. How should a food handler check the temperature of a bulk bag of milk? Option A, pour milk into a glass and measure it. Option B, fold the bag around the thermometer probe. Option C, puncture the bag with the probe. Option D, check the ambient air temperature of the cooler.
The correct answer is option B, fold the bag around the thermometer probe. For packaged items like milk or vacuum-packed food, fold the packaging around the thermometer.